So now Tommy Avelina's a loser, huh? The biggest bookmaker down neck?
Stop twisting my words.
Look, he's gonna open a new book out there. And after that gets up, and we got cash flow.
Oh, Mr. Cashflow? Big businessman now.
What do you know about it? You scared of your own shadow.
Everybody I know is here. My sisters are here. My mother is here.
They could come visit.
When we're on public assistance waiting online for surplus cheese, oh, that'll be a nice thing.
Look, Reno is grown by leaps and bounds, Livia. This is our chance to get in on the ground floor, baby. After Tommy gets the book up, he's gonna open a supper club, and he wants me to run it for him.
A supper club? Are you drunk?
Jesus Christ, you're a fucking albatross around my neck. Every time I try to do something.
What? What did you ever try to do?
What about those kids in there? Your daughter listening to that fucking music? Those people are turning Newark into the Belgian Congo.
So now he's worried about the coloreds?
Why waste my breath?
Oh, that's right. Walk away, Johnny. That's what people do when they can't hack it. They walk away.
Fuck you then! Me and the kids will go without you.
You're not taking my kids. I will smother them. I'm not dragging my kids to that godforsaken place. Do you hear me, Johnny? I'll smother them before I let them go, Johnny. I'll smother them. Do you hear me, Johnny?
My first year in college and all through high school, I dated the same guy, Walter Flanagan. We were really in love, right? So much so, we decided to go to Carnegie Mellon together. That's this college in Pittsburgh. So there we are, away at school, and suddenly there's no parents to worry about. We're screwing like rabbits. We're just constantly doing it. And I get pregnant. So he begs me to have it. He said we should quit school and get married. And I told him we'd screw up our educations. We fought for about a week. My argument being there's no rush to have a child. We can always have a baby after school. Immediately after school, we got married. Set about trying to have some children. We tried for about 6 months. And nothing. So I went to a gynecologist to see if everything was okay with me. And it wasn't. My uterine wall had this fissure. Seems the doctor who performed the procedure on me years before somehow botched it. Now I'm devastated. Now I have to go back to my husband and give him the news that the baby he wanted me to have years ago, his baby. So after I explain it through my tears, he sits on the couch and he rubs his eyes. And in the calmest, most rational voice I've ever heard in my life, he asks me for a divorce. And I fought him. I told him there were alternatives, like we could adopt. And what he said was, he wanted a wife who can have his babies. He remarried. He had 2 children in 2 years with his new wife. We never spoke again. And now, I do this. So, let's go over your paperwork. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Paulson would like you to believe that the testimony of Sarah Tobias is nothing. Sarah Tobias was raped, and that is nothing. She was bruised, she was crushed, she was terrorized, but that is nothing. All this happened in front of a howling crowd, and yet, that is nothing. Well, it may be nothing to Mr. Paulson, but it is not nothing to Sarah Tobias, and I don't believe it is nothing to you. Next, Mr. Paulson would like you to believe that Kenneth Joyce was the only one in that room who saw Sarah Tobias being raped. The only one. Now, you saw Kenneth Joyce. How did he strike you? Did he seem especially sensitive?
especially observant? Was he so remarkable that you immediately said to yourselves, of course, this man would know things the other people wouldn't? Do you believe that Kenneth Joyce saw things that these three men didn't see? And all the time that Sarah Tobias was being held down on that pinball machine, the others didn't know. Kenneth Joyce confessed to you that he watched a rape and did nothing. He told you everybody in that bar behaved badly. He was right. But no matter how immoral it may be, it is not the crime of criminal solicitation to walk away from a rape. It is not the crime of criminal solicitation to watch a rape. But it is the crime of criminal solicitation to induce, or entreat, or encourage another person to commit a rape. Hold her down. Stick it to her. Make her moan. These three men did worse than nothing. They cheered, and they clapped, and they rooted the others on. They made sure that Sarah Tobias was raped, and raped, and raped. Now tell me, is that nothing?